Sebastien Centner is in the studio. I love it. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back. There's nobody I would rather come back for than you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and I take that as an honor. Now, we're talking Easter. You're in the entertainment world, and more and more the business is picking up, isn't it? People
Finally,
are.
yes,
Yeah. Talk to us about that.
So it's starting to pick up. We're kind of like, everyone was a little bit nervous, but now we're starting to see people wanting to get together. People are being a little bit more, feeling more comfortable gathering.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of momentum, a lot of built-up momentum of weddings and corporate parties and everything. So we're expecting a really big summer. And, fingers crossed, I want to be cautious, but I kind of feel like maybe the future is looking a little bit brighter.
I think so, too. Yeah. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, Sebastien is here with 3 different ways to incorporate pastels into your Easter table decor because he can't come to your house right now. So you can do it now. You can do it yourself. So the first one is Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink. So we're starting with Pretty in Pink. And what we've done here is, as I like to do, is I start to really look at all the different elements. We started with a really pale pink base with our tablecloth, and then we build up from there. So what I tried to do is use both contrasting nice gold cutlery because it gives that real bold look, a little bit of elegance to it, and then we layer different types of plates. And again, this is more about whatever you have at home you can use and then accent it with a few pieces. You don't have to go out and buy all new. And then we did this great little home takeaway with little bunny.
So cute.
So this is something that's great because this is a tulip bulb or a tulip sprout, and you can actually take it home and people can plant it. So it's just a nice little way to sort of give people something to take home. Then, of course, moving into the centerpiece. So this centerpiece, this is one of my favorite ways to do a centerpiece. It's called a vase in vase. So there's 2 vases here.
Oh, right.
I hope you can see them.
Yeah.
There's one on the inside.
Yeah.
And then there's one on the outside.
Oh,
and what I did here is between the 2, we put all these little chocolate eggs. So what I can do is on the center portion then, I just pour the water into the middle.
That's cute.
Just like this. And I add my florals.
Lovely.
Like that. Let's make sure I get this done right. There we go.
Oh, that's cute.
And then basically you're ready to go. And the nice thing about this is when you're done, you can literally lift out the vase, put it aside because the flowers will still be good for a few days, and then you can eat all the little candies.
That's right. Oh, those are so habit forming. Now, I noticed on this table, I love the wine glass and the water glass in shades of pink. And tell me about, because we were talking to Charles about table settings, different ways of putting your napkin. I like that. That's so lovely.
This is interesting because Sheila and I have very different approaches to this. Sheila's like Charles. She's very much about this is where it goes and it has to go this way. I'm more about let's just mess with it a little bit.
Okay.
Right? But Charles is absolutely right. Charles sort of understands very well about how you eat from the outside in and all the proper protocol. When it comes to napkins, there's a lot of different ways you can do them. This is one of my favorite ways to put a napkin.
Yeah, I love that.
Just because, it adds a little bit of, again, the contrast of the 2 colors.
Yeah.
And it's something you don't see very often. You can also do it over the back of the chair as well, but it's just different.
Yeah.
And it's also, because frankly, it's a really simple fold. You're folding it in a third and then just laying it out.
Okay, the next table is beautiful.
So
Sky blue hues.
Sky blue hues. So, it's been a long winter. I'm probably not the person to complain about that, but I know there's blue sky coming. There's better weather coming. It's really exciting to sort of know that we're, spring is around the corner.
Sure.
And there's nothing that says that like the nice pale blue.
Right.
So we used the pale blue, and then we built again from there. We did the silver cutlery because it works really well. And also, going back to the idea of using what you have around the house. If you don't have a blue linen, no problem. Use a white linen and then use a blue napkin instead of a white one, just to give that contrast. So it's not about having to go out and get all new.
Right.
But we are trying to still have that elegance that's done very easily. And when I say easy elegance, I mean, I want to have something that you can put together very easily. Like we put all these together in about 5 minutes each, very inexpensive. And then we added a touch of elegance just to give it that kind of Easter, a little bit more formal look.
Love the centerpiece. Let's talk about the centerpiece,
and
the napkin.
Okay, so centerpiece, what we did with the centerpiece is we did dyed eggs that are also speckled. We used all natural colors and all natural ingredients. So what that means is that you can actually eat the eggs afterwards. Now, there's a few things about this. We did all the eggs, and then what we did is we put in the stems afterwards. These are actually dried stems, or they're pussy willows.
Yes.
So they don't require water. They'll sit for a while. So this is great because I didn't have to submerge anything in water. Also, I took some of the stems and a few extra ones and put them onto the center place setting just to sort of tie it together. But here's the thing. If you're going to use dyed eggs, as long as you use natural ingredients, you can actually eat them afterwards. But remember that they can only be unrefrigerated for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So what I would usually do is I'd build the centerpiece the same way without the stems, keep it in the fridge, take it out, put it on the table, put your stems in, and then, if your dinner lasts more than 2 hours, well, you're pooched. But if it doesn't, then you can use the eggs for something afterwards.
Say, by the way, everybody, there's your desserts right there in the vase.
There you go.
How did you do the speckle thing?
So the speckle thing is actually done with using coffee grinds. So there's a way to do it, and there's a bunch of recipes online.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this is, I would say, of all the centerpieces, this is the one that takes the most work because you have to do the dyeing of all the eggs.
Yes.
But it's also a great family activity, and if you're using natural ingredients, you don't have to worry about your kids.
I think I saw that coffee thing too. I think I did too. Okay, so now we're going to go to the green. This is spring green and carrot orange theme.
So
now this is amazing.
So
come on.
This wonderful couple that we met years ago showed us this. We did it for one of their kids' parties. Matt and Scott Kello. They wanted an Easter theme for their daughter, and they wanted it to be really special. So we put this together, and the whole concept was it's bunnies, it's Easter. So what says bunnies more than carrots? So what we did here is we started with the carrots, we submerged them in water, and then we put the flowers right on top. Now, one thing about this is that
I'm gonna lift this up, so John.
Lift it up, and you actually can lift.
So you can see it. Look, it's just like look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And if you want to actually lift the flowers right out of the vase, you'll see that they're sort of sitting right on top. So we cut them short so they weren't submerged in the water.
Okay.
Now here's a few things. If you can find carrots that actually have the stems on them, the sprouts, then you really don't even have to add the flowers, and they're completely edible afterwards.
Right.
If you do put stems in water, then the carrots are no longer edible. So there's a really great trick that if you can't find carrots that have stems, you can use another vegetable. Like you can use fennel, you can use sprouts, you can use dill, whatever you want to actually create that look and still keep it edible.
Okay, how about the napkin? Come on.
It's bunnies, so we had to do bunny ears, right? Bunny ears and eggs. So
look
of course,
how cute that is.
And I am not great at folding napkins, so we try and keep things really, really simple. And literally, this is a rolled napkin, a little tie. You throw the egg in there, and you're all good to go.
Yeah, no, I know. I get like it's on an angle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
exactly.
you do like a triangle.
It's a triangle, and you just roll it.
And then you do that, yeah.
And that's also one of the things that, you know, in our entertaining, we do a lot of different levels of sort of like table settings and stuff. We want things that people at home could, you know, whether you replicate it exactly or if you just get it, you know, a portion of this, go for it. It's all about having fun, and it's Easter, so you might as well have it.
I love it. And I love the fact that if you look around your house, like, you know, I mean, these are so much fun. Look at these beautiful glasses. I mean, like,
and this
get
is
the
also,
glasses out. Like, what are you saving them for? Come on.
Get eclectic with it. You notice that, like, you know, none of the glassware necessarily matches, or even if I do pick up one of them and mix colors, we've gone very monochromatic here.
Right.
So earth tones, blue, pretty and pink. Yeah. But feel free to mix it up. It's Easter.
You know, it's really interesting, too, because when you start shopping your home, there is a theme that you find. You know, it'd be glasses you got for your wedding, and just like get them out, use them, do something. Nice to see you again.
Great seeing you. Thank you for having me.
You look gee, you must be living the life, living the Vita Loca. This one, we love it. I'm so glad you came home. All right, 3 beautiful tables. Thank you to Sebastien. Michael Penny's back with an easy floral centerpiece for your Easter table. Here we go.